and his wife, Mary, are having a debate on whether to move or renovate their house. Steve wants to move, but his wife wants to stay. Hey everyone, the Walkthrough King here, and I am with
One of Wisdom.
And today we are going to start a new Minecraft series. And what we're gonna do in this is we're gonna do Love It or List It in Minecraft, and we're gonna show some houses, and it's gonna be really awesome. More awesome than me flying like this. So, Wisdom, would you like to cut into my amazing speech?
Yeah, so pretty much what he said, this is going to be kind of a Minecraft Love It or List It type scenario. We'll do an episode at a time. Hopefully it goes over well, takes off, people enjoy it, and we will continue to expand it. That said, the feature characters here, what we've been looking at this entire time, the brick structure, it is the home of Steve and Mary, our Minecraft Love It or List It debut couple here. Steve, what are your thoughts on this house?
It's gotta go. This was my bachelor pad. We came in, it was great when it was just the two of us. We've had kids, and it's just too small. There's no sense, it's a money pit. That's all this is. I can't wait to see what David can show us to get us out of this place.
And Mary, what about you? Is there anything in particular that makes you want to stay at this house?
Well, there's just so much potential at this home. Look around. I love the neighborhood. The kids are in school now. We don't want to take them away from their friends. I don't want to leave my friends. There's the shopping districts. It's in walking distance. It's safe. There hasn't been a mob attack in 3 years. It's just really a great place to be. I think the house has a lot of untapped potential, and Steve's just unwilling to compromise on that, and I can't wait to see what Hillary's going to do to fix that.
Alright, so there you kind of see, again, just like in the real series, they've got divided opinions.
Oh, and it's not David and Hillary, it's the Walkthrough King and One of Wisdom.
Oh yeah, okay. So.
This is like the third group of people that try to show houses and renovate houses. Like, there's a Love It or List It 2, isn't there?
Yeah.
So this is kind of like a Love It or List It 3.
Let's go ahead and take a look at their place. From the outside, typical brick structure, nothing too fancy, nothing too terrible. No windows, interestingly enough. Coming inside, we've got some nice grass carpets. There's a chimney stack for the fire. That's nice. It's up to code. At least it appears that way. And yeah.
It's kind of a small house. I see what Steve means by we need more space.
Let's go ahead and get David's opinion on this. He's watching along with us.
The Walkthrough.
No, David's here too. He just arrived.
Oh.
This house is horrendous. Look at it. The door's not center. There's no real chimney stack, no windows. I didn't even see any furnishings in the home. It looks to me like Steve's made up his mind, the bags are packed, and he's ready to go. I am appalled at this place. Getting them to say list it will be easier than ever. Is Hillary here too?
I think.
I think there's a lot of potential at this place. I mean, just look at it. It's almost like a bare canvas. Could it use some work? Well, of course, but that's why I'm here, to make them love it.
Alright, so, you gonna take any pointers from David, or you just gonna do your own thing here?
I'm gonna do my own thing.
Alright, so,
but first I have to ask them for a budget.
oh
So
yeah.
what's your budget? I'm gonna have to say 300,000, and I think we both want to stay in our neighborhood. That was Steve. Yes, I totally agree with Steve. If for some reason I was convinced to move, then I want to stay in this neighborhood. and jump around and fly, like the walkthrough king is doing. Now you talk to them about their budget for renovating the house.
Alright, so what kind of money do y'all have set aside for me to make this place work for you?
There's really nothing set aside, but I suppose you could have 50,000.
And what do you need to convince yourself to be here, that this is a place you could live, Steve? Go ahead and tell one of wisdom.
Oh, just an awesome house with a pool and an upstairs. Windows would be nice. A basement, maybe some furniture.
And a bigger house.
And, bigger.
Well, it looks like Wisdom has his work cut out for him because, quite frankly, you're kind of constrained by your lot size. He can't make the home bigger than your lot. 50,000's not a lot of money to work with. I mean, you could burn through that at a village just trading for emerald and wheat in a few hours. Do you think you can pull this off, Wisdom? Oh, well, I've got my design assistant Desta here, so, I think there's a good chance we can work some magic here. And David, I suppose you have some snarky remark to comment. This is a done deal, Hillary. You, one of Wisdom, I don't care if the best YouTubers in the country were on this, they're going to list it. Well, I think they're going to love it, and I'm sure Wisdom will do a wonderful job. Yeah. Alright. So, with that said, we want to go ahead and do the usual. I guess you're going to take them on a tour of the house, Walkthrough King. One of their first available houses.
Okay, the first one I would like to show them is this house.
That's their own house.
Oh, sorry. And here's your own house. This is the one I meant. It's for 250,000, not too
All
much.
right.
It's under your budget. It has some wood flooring.
This is David, and I'm going to be going along with the Walkthrough King to job shadow him. This house has it all. Look at this. It's got indoor lighting. That's a plus. They don't even have that. It's got a cage for a bad in-law.
No, that's fireplace. That isn't wood.
He says fireplace, but it's also a cage for bad in-laws. That is a selling point. But look at this. It's got a beautiful wood floor that he said. It's got double doors. It's got a terrace ceiling, a chimney. Just offers so much more, and under budget.
What does Steve say to that?
Yeah, I really like this place. I mean, look at it, honey. I mean, Mary, we'd have torches so we could see when it's nighttime. That alone is worth it, and we'd be saving a lot of money. There's enough left over for a pool.
And what does Mary say?
Well, I don't know. Look how far it is from our current house. That's gotta be at least 20 steps, and I don't know if I can handle that.
This woman is killing me. You can literally roll a marble through grass to her current house. It's across the street. If this is too far, I don't know what I'm going to do.
This is what the Walkthrough King does in return. Okay, there's your new house.
Yeah. So, you want to go to house 2, or?
No, you're gonna show us the renovations and what problem you have.
Alright, well,
Hillary,
I've got some bad news. We left one of Wisdom here to do the renovations, and as you can see, he's not done anything yet. Here's why. It turns out this fireplace is not at all up to code. Look at this. Here's why. Lead contractor Eddie, as usual, has informed us of the bad news. The fireplace encompasses a 2x2 block structure, and the chimney is only a 1x1 block structure. Until we get the necessary permits, work is at a standstill, and we cannot proceed.
Oh, Hillary, that is not what I wanted to hear.
Now, Steve, calm down. It's good that we get the chimney fixed. That probably explains these chronic headaches I've had for the last 5 years since we've lived here.
Meanwhile, David's about to take them to another house and see if it strikes a chord with Mary. Woo-hoo.
Okay,
Where'd you get?
behind me.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I'm gonna take them to this house. Whee!
You gonna do it now?
Actually, let's keep on going with the renovations. My ball went away.
Alright, we've finally gotten the necessary permits and Wisdom is able to proceed with the fireplace. I know they love the big fireplace, but he's going to have to do something about it. Look at that nether rack. I don't even think that's allowed by law. Now, he's going to have to rebuild here really quick-like. But you know what? I don't know that he can blow that wall out because I believe there's a neighbor across the way. Yes, we're limited greatly right there, but we're just going to go ahead and we're going to blow out that wall. Now we're going to install some windows for them. I think they'll really come to appreciate this. Now look at this, we're going to close that off again. Okay, it looks wonderful already. Now I'm just going to magically fly up here. Here's a chimney. And I'm afraid the roof is going to have to go.
But I didn't want a new roof. I wanted a basement man cave and a pool.
I'm sorry, but I can't put anything under the roof that's going to not be able to sustain itself because you're going to have a flood of raging torrents of mobs pouring in because you were cheap and you didn't fix the roof. It's just got to be done.
Oh, I hate renovations.
Now look at that. He's got a proper chimney.
Now, while you do that, film me showing them another house.
I can't renovate and film.
Just film and then renovate and have some problem.
Now, before we go inside, this house has it all. Look at it. It's beautiful sandstone construction, private, isolated, wonderful views. It's got room for the kids, a master suite, a large living room, and they're going to die when they see this swimming pool. Let's see what the
Why
walkthrough
will they
king
die
does.
when they see the
They'll
sun?
die because it's so awesome.
Oh.
400,000. I know this comes in a little over budget, but the walkthrough king is doing the right thing. With the little money Hillary throws into that place, I'm sure that can get the budget up, and they'll have just enough to stretch their income and be somewhere that they really want to be.
Now Mary says, but it's so far away from our beautiful home and our beautiful neighborhood. How will I ever walk back?
Oh, here we go again. Once again, Mary is going to prove difficult for the walkthrough king. Just, Mary, would you give it a chance? Follow the walkthrough king inside.
The filmer knocked me off the stairs.
I don't know. This staircase already doesn't seem safe for the kids. I know they're taller than the water, but what if they fell in sideways and drowned?
You can't fall sideways.
All right. This house, Mary, is amazing. Let's go ahead and just take you in to the master. French doors right off the entryway. Look at this. Double bed, plenty of storage, his and hers nightstands, bookcase, large storage, and, Mary, 2 furnaces. They don't require venting. This place is ready to go.
And you can also annoy the kids.
Yes. Speaking of kids, let's go ahead and take a look at this. The kids won't be here. This is your living room. That's right. Look at that ocean
It has
view.
a diamond ore?
Now, it doesn't come fully furnished, but we can negotiate for that. Now, what I like
And once
about
again,
this,
you can annoy the kids.
look at this. That staircase, the grand, eloquent staircase you saw, look. Storage. You can never have too much storage. Your current house, you know how much storage your current house has, Steve?
0.
That's right. Mary, how much storage does your current house have?
0.
That's right.
But we could add more.
I'm sure Hillary will fix it.
Now, look at this. Right out of your living room, you have this beautiful covered patio, complete with 2 boat docks, and for the kids, a nice tranquil pool with a ladder. But that's not all.
Well, David, it's kind of nice, but I'm just concerned about the budget.
Mary, follow me upstairs.
No, 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 no. Don't take that final set of stairs. That's a surprise. Now, to your left, you'll find a door. Walkthrough King will lead you inside.
It has
This-
a chest to annoy the parents when they annoy the kids.
This is a kid's room. Look at it. A bed, a chest, windows, skylights, and a crafting table.
I don't think they're ready for crafting.
I mean, what if they were to brew up some dangerous potions or enchantments? Ugh. Steve, let's go over here to the office. Now, look at this. This doubles not only as an office, but a guest bedroom. If the kids need space, put them in here. You can use this room as a kid's room, an office, a guest room, whatever you need. But now, the Walkthrough King, why don't you show them the real selling point?
A swimming pool!
Oh my gosh! I love it. Let's list. Look at this. An infinity pool over the ocean. Not a house in sight. This is living.
That's right, Steve. The Walkthrough King has just shown you the number one selling point. Not only do you have a large, spacious master, spacious rooms for the kids, an office, a large living room, a grand entryway, but you also have the lower deck for entertaining and the private jacuzzi, hot tub, getaway. Perfect for those nights you two will spend alone. Mary, you can't tell me you don't like this.
I don't like this.
I mean, I kind of like it. It's pretty and all, but this seems more like a hotel than a house to me. It just doesn't have our touch. Well, Mary, you move in and bring your things and make the house your home. I don't know, David. I don't know. I mean, look, I'm just looking out at the ocean, and it's beautiful, but I don't know. Oh, this is literally within her neighborhood, a little over budget, yes, but the Walkthrough King has done an outstanding job even getting them access to this house. This is a dream home, and Mary, she's a fool if she can't see that. What are your thoughts, Walkthrough King?
I think Mary is crazy, and I think they could afford to just each contribute in $200,000 to this. There's one house that is like next door neighbors with their other house that's for sale. It's nowhere near as big and pretty as this one, but it's a little cheaper.
I mean, just look at this place. It's right on the edge of town. You're close to the schools, close to shopping. It is a magnificent home. Meanwhile, at Steve and Mary's house, Hillary has more bad news. Well, it seems that the roof cost a little bit more than we had anticipated. I'm afraid I won't be able to give you that basement. One of Wisdom's crunched the numbers all night, and it's just not something that we can do. The good news is, we're working on... Come on out. The good news is, we've almost finished that fireplace. And I've got some other good news. One of Wisdom and Desta came up with an outstanding idea. This wall right here that borders the forest, you actually own enough property that we can just blow that entire wall out and expand your home. It's going to make a world of difference. Isn't that structural? Mary, trust us. We're professionals. You've proven yourself to be pretty much an idiot. That house David showed you was fantastic, and you were hardly impressed. Just let me work my magic here, my dear, and I assure you, you will be impressed, and you won't have to put forth any effort into actually moving.
Well, that sounds nice, Hillary.
But I thought Hillary wanted to stay.
She does. That's why she's telling Mary that she won't have to put any effort into moving. See?
Yeah.
Trust me, it makes sense.
Wow. I kind of like the open concept feel, but quite frankly, there's just a giant hole in my house, Hillary. I'm not impressed.
I don't know why Steve is being so difficult. So there's a giant hole in his house, as he likes to call it. I call it progress. This tree's got to go. No, Hillary, don't chop down the tree. We planted it when we first moved in. It's got to go. I've got the man with the axe here, and he's ready to take the tree down. If we don't take the tree down, you're going to have a house open to mob attacks. But Hillary, I love the tree.
We'll get you a sapling, says one of Wisdom.
Yeah. I've made my decision. It's something we've got to do. Trust me, Mary. I know you love this place. You're going to love it that much more when I finish this deforestation process. In fact, I've got a surprise that I think will cover for this. Just you wait, Mary. Have faith. Meanwhile, Dusty's sent out to get coffee for the crew. She runs into some trouble as lead contractor Eddie informs her that her tires are all four flat. They've been slashed by a hostile mob. Now look at that, Mary. You can't tell me that this place isn't coming together nicely. Oh, I do see the potential here, Hillary. I've always seen the potential here. Steve, what do you think?
Still not impressed. There's a hole in my house.
Oh, Steve is hilarious.
Steve would be delicious if he ate peanut butter Snickers. Alright, so one of Wisdom is doing a marvelous job here. Look at this. There's a window. Steve and Mary should be thoroughly impressed. Yeah, something that bothers me is the fact that these doors were a little bit off-center. We've kind of taken care of that. They're going to be somewhat off-center, but nonetheless, I think we're making upgrades here.
Now, let's show them their final house.
One second.
You show them the final touches on the renovations, okay? Wisdom, come on.
Well, I've got to renovate something, okay.
Oh, they added a bed and chest.
And now, we're done with Hillary's nonsense and we're off to look at the final house.
Now, as I said, this one is a lot smaller, but it's a lot cheaper too. It's just $45,000 off your budget. You can't say no to that.
Steve, what do you think?
This place is awesome. I mean, it dwarfs our current house,
Even with that hole in the wall Hillary put in. And Mary, you've got to tell me this cobblestone construction is just beautiful.
I don't know, David. Look how far the walkthrough king took me from my house. If I step outside, it's a good 15 feet or so from where we used to live. I have a lot of stuff to move.
Oh,
You
walk
can
through
drive a car there in less than 2 seconds.
If you parked a car, you'd be at this house. Walk through King, why don't you take them inside and show them around?
Okay.
They're going to love this place.
And at the end of this episode, we'll kind of tell you how we did this. This one.
Oh, I love it.
Hold on.
It's got windows and iron bars.
Now, the reason this doesn't have any furniture in it is because
It's new construction.
no, the people have already taken their old ones out of this house.
Ready for immediate occupancy. Mary, I'll move you. Put all your stuff in the front lot, and I'll carry it these painstaking 5 steps.
What does Mary say to that? Well,
I don't know, David. I've got a lot of stuff and I'm a private person.
Mary is being so difficult. I'm surprised she even gets along with Hillary. Walk through King, are you done with this house? It's basically a bare space that they can customize for themselves. It's perfect. She didn't like the dream mansion I showed her that they could easily afford, but she's turned down a house that's literally next door. The kids could touch the wall of their house and touch the wall of this house, and Mary's telling us it's too far.
All that can make this day better is for the Walkthrough King and I to head over here to their current house and see what screwed up stuff Hillary has done.
Yeah, really.
Screwed up stuff? Who does David think he's talking to? I am working with one of wisdom after all. Now, let's come inside and take a look at the progress.
Well, I kinda like it, but there's a giant hole in my ceiling now.
Be patient, please. Look, your house was small, and I told you I was limited and constrained by the lot size. I'm doing my best to give space for the kids, space for you, and add some frickin' windows that you didn't even have. I mean, you live in a sandbox game, and you're telling me that you can't put windows in for you and your wife? I find that quite lackadaisical, Steve. But nonetheless, let's take a look at the progress Wisdom and lead contractor Eddie are making. What's that other guy's name? Fargus? Yeah. Okay. Fargus has some bad news. It looks like we can't plumb this place. The budget just simply doesn't allow. My lord, how
What
is
do you
Wisdom
mean
supposed
by
to
that?
overcome this?
What is... Steve says, what do you mean
No.
by that?
What are you doing? Okay. Well, Steve, it's quite simple. We can't give you the indoor plumbing that you desire for the simple fact that your budget is gone. You don't have any more money. I don't know. Perhaps you should go mining and try to acquire some cash. But look what we can do for you. I'm tweaking your roof. I had this done especially for you. And just take a look what I'm going to do. I'm going to come in here and I'm going to put light not only in the master bedroom, but one of Wisdom came up with a brilliant design idea, and we're going to put skylights in both the master and the kids' room. Hoo-hoo! It's going to be simply marvelous.
I don't know. I think our house looked better when the ceiling was like it used to be.
Rubbish! I don't want to hear it. If you're going to throw that at me, then throw more money at me. I can't work on a poor man's budget and turn this into a mansion. You get what you get, and you don't throw a fit. I'm not sure I'd be quite as harsh as Hillary here, but somewhat open concept. We've got the small space. We've done as much with it as we can. Let's go ahead now, though, and this is going to be a surprise for these guys. I'm going to blow out this wall. That's right. We saved just enough from not being able to give them the plumbing to actually come in, open up this back area, and I think they're really going to love this back outdoor area. We're going to go ahead and fence it off so they're safe from hostile mobs with a simple 2-block high construction. We're going to bring down the brick to integrate the design. And let's go ahead now and just come back this way. We're going to put some, you know what, we are under a budget crunch here, so we're just going to do one door. Not exactly like I'd like to do things, but I am under a 30-minute time constraint to make this episode happen. So, we're going to go ahead, and now I'm going to throw out some torches for these guys. They'll have a nice romantic getaway on the porch. They can watch the kids play here by the lake, and it's just going to be a really nice place. They can add the pool later. They can fence off some of the vast ocean. And I believe that's all we're going to be able to do in the time constraints of this episode.
And the budget they
And
had.
the budget. If we had a little bit more money, I really could have worked wonders. What I would have liked to have done is given them an upstairs area, as that would have been a little bit cheaper than the basement man cave. I think it would have really worked for Steve and would have given us the best chance to keep them here. As is, you have to stay within the budget, and I feel like we did a pretty good job. So, Hillary, why don't you take them through the house? Alright, let's step back, Steve and Mary, and take a look. What do you notice? Here's what I see. A beautiful, proper chimney up to code. Double doors. Just like you like them, Mary. Nothing's changed, you haggard soul. We've got
Here's what
windows.
I see. Here's what I see.
Steve?
An uneven ceiling.
Steve, now's not the time. Your roof is fixed. It is leak-proof. Now,
It's an
look at this.
uneven roof.
You've got lights. You've got your chimney. It's a proper chimney up to code. No, don't take that door. Let's take a look at the kids' room.
Cramped? Yes. Within your budget? Yes. Shut up? Don't give me an evil look. Now, the master suite you guys will really love. Look at this. You've got your beds, you've both got chests, and look at that skylight. I know you're going to like it. We're going to come out this way now, and one of Wisdom has quite the surprise for you. Wisdom, why don't you show them? Well, it was a little hard with all the setbacks and, unplanned issues we ran into, but I want y'all to take a look at this. In addition to extending your house to the right side, giving separate bedrooms and maintaining the living space, we blew out this wall, put a door in. You can pop out here, and there is an outdoor space.
Oh my gosh, I love this! I told you, Steve, this place is fabulous. It's where we need to be. We're close to friends. The kids can go to the same school. Oh my god, is this really my house? How did you guys do that? I don't understand. How did you do? Oh my god, Hillary, that's the wisdom. Thank you so much.
But look at that ceiling. Let me show you one of Wisdom what you could have done with the ceiling.
I'm going to have to side with Hillary here. I could have done a lot, but under the budget constraints that you gave us, we did everything we could. Now,
Wisdom, this would be so cheap just to either make those stair blocks or those brick blocks. But no, you wouldn't do that for us, would you?
I can do that. If you'll give me another 20,000, I can make your upstairs man cave. Do you have the 20,000?
I have $5.
I'm sorry, Steve, but you are the weakest link. But wait. I have one more listing to show you, Steve and Mary.
Oh my gosh, no, I want to stay here. This place is awesome.
Go ahead and show it to me, David. The listing is yours. Steve and Mary had an initial renovation budget of $50,000. Fargus, Eddie, Wisdom, and Hillary ran into some budget issues. The fireplace wasn't up to code, and they couldn't get permits to plumb the house. They also ran out of money to build the man cave that Steve wanted to stay. Will the renovations Hillary did be enough? They started with an initial budget of what?
What was it?
Did you say 350?
Yeah.
They started with an initial budget of $350,000. They allotted only $50,000 for renovations. Despite all the setbacks, one of Wisdom, Hillary, and Desta managed to improve the net value on this home, $80,000. That means that this house is on the market for $430,000, a net increase of $80,000. What will they do?
Okay, you do the conversation.
Oh, Steve.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, Steve. I just love this place. I mean, it's so close to everything. It's wonderful.
Mary, look. I admit, they did some good things. But honey, trust me. This place was great when it was just the two of us and my bachelor pad. But David showed us some amazing houses.
You have to admit, that mansion, it has everything and more we'd need.
And now, with the money we gave Hillary, we can afford it. I think we've got to list it.
Well,
Now I'm gonna be, now let's be me and you making some snarky remarks about their conversation. You first.
I think they're over there talking about how much they love this place. Mary, she is floored. You know what they say, happy wife, happy life.
Steve finds a problem with this house on every corner. He's the man. Men always convince women it's the way life goes. Just be with it.
I think I have to side with Wisdom. Mary's quite happy here, and Steve just needs to step back off his soapbox and enjoy this home. He can save for future renovations, and it will no doubt be a great thing. I'm sorry, Hillary, but as usual, you're an idiot. The walkthrough king has shown them 3 houses, all far superior. Mary's got issues with distance, but it looks like they're ready. So, we've got a question for you, Steve and Mary. Are you going to love it, or are you going to list it?
On 3, Mary. Oh, but I really don't want to do this. 1, 2, 3. Listed!
Mary, I am shocked. Why the change of heart? I thought Wisdom delivered everything you needed. Well, Hillary, I'm really happy with the place, and I know we could build him his man cave, but it's like you said. We can move over there to the mansion. I think the kids are going to have a lot of fun. I mean, I'm sure I can get used to the extra 10 seconds of walking time. And in the end, that house was just too good to say no to, especially with the renovations you did bumping the market value of our home up so much.
And Steve, how did you get Mary to agree with you that the Walkthrough King and I were right?
Well, I kind of told her that it only took 10 seconds, and I counted up to 10 for her, and she came to her senses.
He also said that he would build her a minecart rail, so it would take less time. Disgusting, I know, but nonetheless, I, the Walkthrough King, in this fabulous mansion, have defeated Hillary and one of Wisdom, and that is a noble cause. Walkthrough King, why don't we go get a steak dinner to celebrate?
Okay.
This first episode of Love It or List It was pretty interesting. Steve and Mary lived in basically what was essentially a giant, horrible house. Mary seemed hard to please, even with a house that was literally a fall away. The Walkthrough King and David showed them 3 great houses, and ultimately they settled for the mansion on the ocean. Next time, will the Walkthrough King be able to get the next couple to list, or will one of Wisdom be able to renovate their dreams and convince them to stay? Find out on episode 2 of Love It or List It.
And before we end the episode, I'd like to say this is a new world, new
beginnings, really.
Yeah.
Even with the steak dinner.
Yeah. One of Wisdom built the sandstone mansion, and I built all the other 3 houses.
So it's kind of a slight win for me since I built the house that they decided to purchase.
Well,
Kind of.
well,
And I didn't really have a lot of time to renovate. But, we'll blame it on their budget. But hopefully y'all enjoyed this. Again, if you have not seen Love It or List It, it's a HGTV show. You can catch it Monday night. Episodes are pretty enjoyable. I mean, you like the show, don't you?
sure.
Premise of the show is basically what you saw here. There's a couple, they argue, one wants to sell, one wants to stay.
Hillary has problems.
Yeah, David shows a house out of the neighborhood, then he shows one over budget, then he shows one in the neighborhood. Hillary has problems, then she has more problems, then she has more problems, then at the end they're impressed with what she did, and ultimately the couple has to decide if they're going to love it or list it. If you like this series, be sure to like, comment, subscribe to both channels, and more importantly, leave a comment to let us know if you've got any episode ideas. We can do a deal. We could use some of your names, usernames, in the series and whatnot. But,
And if 1 + 1 is 2, be sure to like and subscribe to both channels. I think this could go up on both channels.
yeah, I'll put this up on both channels. I mean, it's pretty extensive collaboration here. But again, for this time, Steve and Mary, our first couple in episode 1, they decided to list it. David and the Walkthrough King are both extremely happy. And while they go get steak, I'm going to hang out over here in the pool. So thanks again, everybody, for watching. Like we said, be sure to leave us some comments. Let us know what you think about the series, any ideas you have. We'll try to bring them to fruition. And for myself, one of Wisdom, David, Hillary, Desta, Eddie, Fargus, and
The Walkthrough King.
we hope y'all had a good time, and we will catch y'all back for episode 2 of our Minecraft Love It or
Own it.
Let's try that again. We will catch you back for episode 2 of our Minecraft Love It or
Hate it.
Try it. 3rd time's a charm. We will see you back for episode 2 of our Minecraft series Love It or
Exit.
Seriously, dude.
Love it or list it.
You heard the man. We'll catch y'all back again. Thanks for watching, and we will see you next time.